Welcome once again to the Godly Fathers channel. Today, we'll continue our story, Touching Faith Through the Storm. The Journey of the Matthews Family. Chapter 4. If you have not listened to previous chapters of this story, I will encourage you to listen to them before proceeding to Chapter 4. Before we start, if you have not subscribed to our channel, we'd appreciate it if you could just click on the subscribe button. Please subscribe now, and God bless you as you do so. So now, let's start on Chapter 4, Glimmers of Grace. Even Olivia, lost in her own world of guilt and shame, experienced a moment of grace. While browsing through her father's old Bible, she stumbled upon a passage that seemed to speak directly to her. "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." The words, underlined and highlighted by her father's hand, pierced through her defenses, offering a glimmer of hope in the darkness that had consumed her. These small acts of kindness, these whispers of hope, were like tiny candles flickering in the vastness of the Hamiltons' despair. They reminded the family that they were not alone, that others cared, understood, and had walked a similar path. They offered a glimpse of the light that still existed, even in the darkest times. These glimmers of grace, though fleeting, were essential to the Hamiltons' survival. They were reminders that even in the depths of their despair, there was still goodness in the world, still a reason to hold on to hope. They were proof that even the smallest gestures of kindness could make a profound difference in someone's life, that even the faintest whisper of hope could ignite a fire within a broken heart. The weight of their shared grief had become a suffocating presence in the Hamilton household, casting long shadows over their once vibrant lives. Her strength waning under the strain, Eleanor recognized that their silent suffering was a poison that threatened to consume them all. One Sunday morning, as the family sat in the usual pew at St. Mark's, the pastor's sermon on vulnerability and grace struck a chord deep within Eleanor's soul. His words, spoken with compassion and understanding, gave voice to the silent cries of her heart. After the service, Eleanor approached the pastor, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. "Pastor," she began, her voice barely a whisper, "we're struggling. Our family is falling apart, and I don't know how to fix it." The pastor listened patiently as Eleanor poured out her heart, her voice trembling with emotion as she recounted the past few months' events. When she finished, he looked at her with kind eyes, a gentle smile on his lips. "Eleanor," he said softly, "it takes great courage to admit you need help. But remember, you are not alone. God is with you in this, and so am I." He offered to meet with the family for counseling, a safe space where they could express their pain, their doubts, and their fears. The Hamiltons, hesitant at first, eventually agreed, their desperation outweighing their pride. The counseling sessions were not easy. They were filled with tears, accusations, and painful revelations. However, as the weeks turned into months, the Hamiltons began to open up to the pastor and each other, their vulnerability creating a bridge of understanding and empathy. Under the pastor's guidance, John began to confront his anger and guilt. He learned to forgive himself for his past mistakes and to seek solace in prayer and meditation. With the pastor's support, Eleanor found the strength to let go of her resentment and trust in God's plan for her family. Olivia and Ethan, too, found comfort in the pastor's gentle counsel. With the pastor's encouragement, Olivia began to express her emotions through writing. Her poems and journal entries were a testament to her pain and resilience. Although still too young to fully grasp the complexities of his family's struggles, Ethan found solace in the pastor's warm embrace and the simple act of coloring pictures in his office. The Hamiltons' healing journey was far from over, but they had taken the first crucial step. By embracing vulnerability and seeking help, they had opened themselves up to the possibility of grace and redemption. They had discovered that it was okay not to be okay, that asking for assistance was not a sign of weakness but a sign of strength, and that in their willingness to reach out, they had found a glimmer of hope in the midst of their darkness. That brings us to the end of Chapter 4. We hope that you will join us again for Chapter 5 to know what happens next to the Hamilton family. Thank you for listening and watching. If you find our content helpful, Please click on the subscribe button and subscribe to our channel for more Godly Fathers content.